we go, going live. And a very good evening, everybody. Yep, Rob Howitt, all the way from Spain, and welcome to Sunday with Bob the Biker. Sunday, the 3rd of April, 2022. The year is cracking on. Good evening to Lisa. So nothing scheduled, just a quiet Sunday night. I will be live for 1 hour and see where the conversation takes us. Trust you all been getting out on the bikes. Weather's been fantastic in the UK, I see. And likewise over in Spain, it has been an improvement. Still a little bit cool in the evenings, but the days are a lot better. Although the next 3 days, I think it's rain forecast. But anyway, we will take it as it comes. So trust everybody is well and getting out on their bikes. Lots of passes again this week. So, tasters, people coming in, CBTs, Module 1s, Module 2s. So lots of new bikers. As always, still going to do a competition, a free CBT worth £199 if we get 100 people watching the live stream at any one go. The record was 62. And look forward to giving away a CBT. Like the video, comment away. That is the only way we're going to get those numbers up, by getting that chat room to what to handle. And also, anybody do set that reminder for Wednesday night, where we will be talking all about the Module 1. So anybody that's post-CBT and pre-Module 2, or anybody that's thinking about getting onto two wheels, Wednesday evening's live stream is the Module 1 discussion again. So do join us for that. Lots of exciting things going on. Few new additions regarding the work. Still waiting for the Honda CRF 300s. We've got one that's in. We've ordered a fleet of them, so we're sort of holding on to the delivery of all of them until they all arrive. So that's imminent, but Honda UK, there is a slight delay with those, but once they come in, that's going to be good. The Honda CRF 300Ls for the trail riding. We've also taken delivery in Eccles, Manchester, of some machinery. So we are looking now at our own workshop, and we are going to be offering ride in and ride out tyre fitting service. So anybody, very, very early days, but any of our trainees that come through the school will be able to, by appointment, order pretty much any brand of tyre. So any brand of tyre, any size, and we will be able to look after you for doing that. So quite excited, quite a lot bubbling up for that. But busy, and the weather's now starting to improve. So we are finding more new riders coming through the school. Good evening, Talia. Who had a bit of a scare with our dog back in the UK, Millie. So yeah, for all you dog lovers out there, wish our dog well. She's having a overnight stay at the vet's because she's been poorly. So anyway, nothing serious. Just going to keep her in overnight just to keep an eye on her, and should be back to normal tomorrow. So let's wish Millie well. Good evening to Jazzy Globe. Good evening, Greg. Yeah, no, hard not to be in the sun. I don't need to be in the sun. I just look at the sun and I go brown. But we are currently in Spain, and the weather in Spain isn't brilliant. But no, this is a normal. I just look at the sun 5 minutes later and I am brown. Good evening, Sylvia. Good evening, Sylvia. Yeah, thank you very much, Jazzy Globe. Yeah, Millie, hopefully everything is okay. They've done the tests, done all the bits and bobs they needed to do, and she's just a bit under the weather. So hopefully nothing too serious, but she'll be milking it tonight in the vets, that's for sure. She will be milking it, and so she should, because the charge that the vets are looking at, I mean, you could have a week in a 4-star hotel in London for that. Good job we've got the pet insurance, that's all I can say. But best to be safe. It's best to be safe. Yeah, so quite excited really with the developments up in Eccles. So our own workshop. I've always wanted a workshop. Good evening, Sharpshooter. CBT tomorrow, good man. Greg Goddard, what's your thoughts on Lex Moto? A lot of them about. And yeah, a lot of them about. I don't use them personally for the school. We tend to just use the Japanese, not the Lex Moto. But I mean, I think there's a lot of forums and stuff on the internet that you can go on. A big following for Lex Moto. So, but we don't use them ourselves. But yeah, so always wanted my own workshop. So at Eccles now we have got things like a hydraulic lift. We've got a tyre, a proper one, not just one of these little hand ones. Proper tyre changing machines, tyre balancers, yeah. So looking forward to spending a bit of time in that workshop. And as I say, we are able then to supply any make of tyres, really, ride in, ride out by appointment. We've got a mechanic, we've got a motorcycle mechanic that's going to be spending a few days a week with us. So all of that is quite exciting. Good evening, Stephen from Cumbria. Yeah, well, once we get some photos, Jazzy Globe, once we get some photos and things, we're also doing, planning a 10-week maintenance, owner maintenance workshop, a 10-week owner maintenance workshop. And so classes of 6 over 10 weeks, and also looking at filming it for the YouTube channel. So if you're not able to attend in person, then we will be looking at getting it on the YouTube channel. So quite excited about that. So just in the very infant stage, but it will be good. And how it's come about, I think it's our good friends J&S over in Northwich have stopped selling bikes, so sold all of their workshop equipment. So we've just basically gone in and, yep, we'll have that, we'll have that, we'll have this, we'll have that, and put our bids in, and more workshop equipment to come. But it is, as you say, Jazzy Globe, it is wicked. It's all very exciting stuff. And as we just had a little bit of a freeze, screen freezed again. Did it last week. Internet connection here isn't brilliant. So, unknown YouTuber, I'm not gay, but you're a handsome man. Just saying, listen, don't worry about it. Yeah, you say, I get it all the time. I get it all the time. I'm walking along the street and I get it. People say it to me all the time. I'm out having a meal in a restaurant and people come up to me and say it to me. I don't know what to say. So yeah, I think if you'd said to me a week ago, I've been here now 6 days, and we're here for the month. We're here for the month of April. And if you said to me a week ago, why don't you have you got a bike there? I say, no, I don't want to bike when I'm down here. I don't want to bike when I'm down here. But this time, probably for the first time in all the years that we've been coming here, and the weather's not been brilliant. It's been okay. It's improving. Every day it's getting better and better. But I can honestly say, at the moment, I'm missing my bike. I'd love one of those Honda CRF 300s down here. And I'd do a bit of off-road and trail riding down here because the weather is probably good. Get kitted out, probably quite good. Yeah. So I do miss my bike this time round. And getting more used to the idea I want to get a new bike when I get home. So I want to get a new bike when I get home. Get out of the way of that picture because it looks like I've got something stuck on my head. There, that's better. Yeah, that's better. So, is everybody doing good? Greg, get out on your bike. Does your mental health good? It does. Well, I'm doing a 5. So I've had 6 days, and every day I'm out for about a 5-mile walk, and 5-mile walk every day. I've done 6 days now, and it is good to get out. And as Lee says, oh, you get out for your walk and you can do all your thinking when you're out walking. But the good thing is when you're out walking, you're not thinking. That's what I find. I'm not thinking. So get out doing me walking, 5-mile walking, and I'm not thinking. So that is my well-being contributor, is my daily 5-mile walks. But I'm doing 5 miles. Today I did 5 miles. I'd say it's a walk. It's more of a march, by the way. It's not a walk, it's a march. So the next step is the running. But my body doesn't seem to be able to take running. It's carrying too much weight. So the walking, I did 5 miles today in 1 hour. I'll tell you now because I track it. So 5 miles today in 1 hour 22. So that's under 15 minutes a mile walking. So it's not bad going. John Little, good evening. Yeah. So the bike that's ticking all the boxes for me at the moment is the new Triumph Tiger 1200. So I think when I get back to the UK, I'm going to go and see Philip Yules and see if I can borrow one for half a day or a day. But I quite fancy the Triumph Tiger 1200. I don't use the Couch to 5K Jazzy Globe. I just Strava it. I've got the Garmin watch. I put Strava, and I've also got a great app, which is, if anybody wants to see it, it's a the app is called Relive. So if nobody's used it, it'll track your route, whether you're walking, running, cycling, or whatever. But it does like an aerial view of it, so you can see a map of your route. It's really good, and then you can take photos en route, and then at the end of when you finished your tracking, you can insert the photos at the points during your route, and it's an app called Relive. It's fantastic. Yeah, Greg, sorry to hear that, fella. Certainly know what that feels like. Yeah, walking your dog is great. Yeah, listen, walking where we live, walking with the dog, absolutely great. Trouble, our dog now won't walk very far because he's a bit older. So any walking that I do on my own. And as I say, I don't really walk. I tend to march because it's always keep trying to get that clock, trying to get that better time. And for me, it's the nearest thing to running. And as I've got a lifelong interest in running, I've always been a runner, but my body can't take it these days. So walking fast, marching is the nearest I can get to running, and I don't get the injuries, which is good. I still get the same feeling at the end of it. So cheers everybody. There's a little so we'll be on for an hour tonight. I did have a picture of that Triumph somewhere. See if I can find it. Dark eyesight test. Do you have to read it fast? Nope. Read it in your own time, fella. As long as you can read it. I'm sure I had a picture of a Triumph, but maybe not. Got one here. That's the trail ride, and that's the bikes we're waiting for. If anybody can see that. I thought I had a picture of a Triumph Tiger. No, that's the electric. There's my old BMW GS. Don't think I've got one. It's a shame, I thought I had one. Anyway, Triumph Tiger 1200, the new one. And what I've been thinking is getting the all the boxes and bits and bobs on it. Let me see if I can find one. But they had a load of, saw some 3-year-old ones, must be after 3 years, people trade them in. And could have got an older one, but thinking couldn't go through work and whatnot, get the backpack, get a new one. Find a new one. that many. There is that many, are you? Right, let's see if we can get that in here now. Something like that. That's what I fancy. Dark. We've got a lot of CBT videos. You know, if you go onto the CBT playlist, you can see, and the live stream CBT, you know, what is a CBT, why you need to do it, and what should be involved and everything else. And you'll see that people don't fail it, they don't pass it, they don't fail it, they complete it. If you need to come back on another day and do a little bit more, don't think of it as a fail. We don't think of it as a fail. Greg, do you think the CBT should be harder? No, I don't think the CBT should be harder. What I think is the schools that deliver the CBT should be all, you know, of the same standard. You know, when you still hear that the CBT 10, 15 minutes on the road and missing areas out, and then CBT, when they do go on the road, they're following the instructor all the time. These are all things that shouldn't be going on. So if the CBT is conducted correctly, if the CBT is, you know, when you hear of a CBT being done in 3 hours, you know, that's not a good CBT. So CBT should last all day. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're generally going to be with us till 3 or 4 o'clock. So no, I don't think the CBT needs to be harder. I think the CBT, the content and everything is good. Good evening to Miss Beckman. Yeah, Hayley, and the weather is not brilliant at the moment, but any little bit of sun that does come out, I catch it. I'm like a magnet, and I only have to look at the sun. I can look at the sun, and 2 minutes later, I've got the tan. That is Kawasaki Versys. Very, very nice, John. Absolutely lovely bikes. The 650s are nice. The 1000s are nice. The reason that I don't like those, and I think I probably would have gone for one of those had it have been shaft drive, but they're all chain drive. And I don't want chain. I don't like chains. I don't want chains. So for me, it would need to be shaft drive. No BMW. I've had a few BMW. I've never owned a Triumph. I've never owned a Triumph. I've had 2 BMW Adventures, GS Adventures. And I was going to get the BMW RT, I think Graham got. I was going to get one of those. Glad I didn't. I told Graham I was going to get one. He went and got one first. So I thought, right, okay, well, let's see what he thinks after 6 months. And he wasn't that keen with it. He had nothing but trouble with it. So I'm glad I didn't get one. But I quite fancy a Triumph. I've never owned a Triumph. And yeah, we've got a good relationship with Yules in Manchester, Yules in Blackburn. So I'm going to go and knock on Phil's door and see if he'll let me have one for half a day and see what I think. Or in fact, I've got a 4-day planned to Scotland. I wonder whether Phil would let me have one for 4 days. I wonder. I wonder. That would be a thought. No, now Hayley, the Thruxton is a lovely bike, but I'm too young for a Thruxton. The Thruxton is not my riding style at the moment. Give me another 10 years, maybe. I've still got Adventure or Tourer. That's what ticks my boxes. Chains, I've got chains, not a problem. I've got chain. The bike I've got at the moment is a chain drive. Just don't like it. Don't like the maintenance of it. Don't like having to keep it clean and look after it. You know, I just want to use it and abuse it. I don't want to be wrapping it up in cotton wool and stuff like that. So I think shaft. I've had the shafts in the past. I've had the chains in the past, and I favour the shaft. I don't like the chain. Not got the time to be playing around with it. But everybody's to their own. Excuse me, I am on holiday. I'm just going to have a sip of wine. Mark Gardner. Hi Bob, I know this is off topic, but I've watched loads of videos, but I still do not understand the counter steering. You are welcome to borrow my Triumph trophy. Hey Mark, good evening to you. Triumph trophy. A lad's recently passed with us, and what is he called? The mad old biker, Paul, mad old biker. He's got a Triumph trophy. I think one of his first bikes. Lovely looking bike. Triumphs are, I don't know, at the minute. Well, I say at the minute. The last few years, I've liked them. I like the association with the retro Steve McQueen and you know, those sort of idols. I do like it, but yeah, the Triumph Tiger is for me. Now, counter steering, Mark. It is a video I want to do a video on when I get back. Counter steering, and a sort of a talk through of it, stationary, so you can see the sort of pros and cons of it. But what I would say is that don't overthink it, because most riders are counter steering. They don't even realise they're counter steering. Now, we as a bike school, or I as an instructor in my bike school, I don't teach counter steering. We can discuss it and stuff, but we don't teach it as a rule. But I think most bikers are counter steering, and they don't even realise they are. But it is a video that's on the to-do list. It is a video. And now we've got a workshop as well, a developing workshop. So we've got the lift, we've got the tyre equipment, everything. You know, get a bike on the lift, lift it up a little bit, and we can have a little video of the counter steering and stuff like that. Yeah, on the very rare occasion we discuss counter steering on a lesson. AWA, he's the man. He'll put you right on it. So let's get that. I think I was going to. The white is very nice as well, isn't it? That white is delicious with the black boxes, not the silver boxes. The more I look at it, yeah, the more I look at it, I think that's the one I'd like to. I'm going to see if I can borrow one. Off of, good evening to you, James. Off of Mr. Yules in Manchester. Yeah, can. If you misjudge your speed as an example going into your corners, you're quite right, AW8. Thank you, Sylvia. I just need to save up some pennies because all you instructors are bleeding me dry. So I need to save up some pennies before I can buy one. Don't I, Lise? Yeah, I do. I better put my charger back in. This live stream is zapping my battery. There, that's it. Bit of a charge, bit of a boost. Yeah, so the school's busy as ever, and this week certainly been very busy. Lots of tests going on. I certainly would use the bike for the little bit of instructing that I'm doing now, Sylvia, but if I'm honest with you, I don't get out on my bike now as much as I should. And the reason I don't get out on my bike as much as I should is because I don't enjoy riding it. And I think that says it all, really. If you don't enjoy riding a bike, then... and I think I've fallen out of love with it. I don't like riding it anymore. So I think that says it all. I think it's time for me to change. And I've had my eye on the Tigers since they, even just before the new one was launched. So I think that would be. So yeah, it is something that's on the to-do list. WRLDOFRNB. I've got my test next week. Do you have any tips on revising? Absolutely. The best bit of advice I can give you is to subscribe to the channel and go through the playlist of Module 1, Module 2s. There's a playlist for Module 1s, there's a playlist for Module 2s, and there's a playlist of live streams where on a rotation we talk about Module 1s and Module 2s. So get watching those videos as much as you possibly can. And ask any questions you want to. I'll always get back to you. And it can be anything from what documents you need to take to your test, first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of the hot spots of your test, where things go wrong. Can I park on double yellow lines? All of those different scenarios are available on our channel. So over to you. You're welcome. Will WRLDOFRNB. So where's your test? And where are you? Is it module 1 you're doing? Is it module 2 you're doing? Where are you in that journey? Let us know. Let us know. One thing I have not seen much of in the 6 days that we've been in Spain is bikes. Not many bikes. Seen a lot of cyclists, but not many motorbikes. Although we did have a little play out today, and went to a little place called Benioff, which is just up the road. It's about 10 miles up the road. Lovely little place. So we just had a cruise up there with the rooftop off. I think no, actually no, we didn't have the rooftop off. It wasn't quite warm enough. It was okay, but it wasn't. We didn't have got a convertible car over here, but anyway. And Lisa was driving, and she looked in the mirror, and there was a bike, and there was a few bikes, maybe 4 or 5 bikers, and they were bikers. They were open-faced helmets and cruisers, Harley Davidson type of bikers, and it was 3 or 4 different junctions and roundabouts and stuff like that over about 15 minutes. What are those bikers doing following me? I said, no, they're not following you. Don't worry, they'll go off in a minute. She got a bit panicky that these bikers were following her in the car, but they weren't. Well, you're in the place from Sylvia, on the border of North Wales and Shropshire. You've got one of the nicest roads, the A49, and going down to Shrewsbury, it doesn't get much better, does it? So, and being based on J&S, one of the biggest motorbike superstores in the country, probably the biggest company, 30 stores nationwide, then you're gonna have a lot of bikers. So you sort of got a bit of an advantage over there. Mark, hi Rob, with regard to age of tyres, any deformation, do you have any recommendations as to when you should change them, irrespective of tread depth? I think you've got to look at the condition of them, haven't you, as well? 5 years, I don't know, could be longer, could it not? I mean, tyres, I think, are very much a personal. I'm just sitting on the fence with this one because I'm not an expert, but I have been riding bikes all my life. I've had a £150 tyre and I've got a screw in it and I've plugged it. Almost brand new tyre, and people will say, you need to get that changed now. No, I'm quite happy. I've plugged the tyre and I'll get my money's worth out of that tyre and ride it until the tread goes down. So everybody has their own personal, but I would certainly think rather than the age, be aware of the condition. Have a look at the condition, and if you get any perishing, and a good thorough condition, fully inflated, have a good thorough condition. And you could go and buy a second-hand bike. You haven't got a clue how old that tire is on the bike. So I would say be sensible, and look at the overall condition. That's what I would do. So the helmets that I use personally, I've got Shoei. That's my favourite, and I also wear HJC, which is really good. In fairness, HJC, the quality, the inside of the HJC is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, Shoei, HJC, I've worn K-Berg, I've worn Nolan, AGV, but my current helmet for teaching is a, and I've also worn Schuberth. So the white flip front, I've got Shoei, I've got Schuberth, and I've got HJC, and they're all good. But with helmets, the clear message is buy the best you can afford. Buy the best you can afford. If you shop at J&S, Greg, always tell them you're training with RJH. They will give you 10% off. Thereabouts. They will look after you. Which J&S do you shop at? Because we've got a school on site, J&S in Oakmere, Northwich. And you'd find it hard to get a better selection. The lads are all brilliant in there. Somebody just asking about the dog. Helmets often down to fit and comfort, not just style features or sharp rating. Yeah, and even not all makes. So I wear Shoei, it suits me. I love the fit and the style, but somebody else could try on a Shoei and it just doesn't fit them. So yeah, you've got to try on and go and speak to the guys that sell them, because they're the experts. Somebody just asking about the dog. Aaron Cunliffe, good evening, Aaron. Any tips for the U-turn? Probably the only thing I'm struggling with on my Mod 1. Also, would practice on my 1 to 5 help or hinder considering the weight difference? Ooh, couple of good questions there then. So, U-turn. So we've got some great videos on the U-turn. I'll try and find one out for you in a minute, but there are some great videos on U-turns. In fact, while I'm on, before I go on to, let me just see if I can find it for you, Aaron, because it is the U-turn is a I think it's something that gets into people's heads, and what we find is people come to us and they've never really even ridden a bike before, but they come to us on a first lesson and they're struggling with the flipping U-turn. And then it's because they've been talking to somebody. Oh, I was talking to somebody. don't want to be talking to anybody because it gets in your head. So I might just have got figure eight, how to change gears, moving stop, joint junctions, how to complete a U-turn. Right, I'm going to put in 2 videos here. I want you to see a couple of video clips there for you, Aaron, on U-turn. See what you think. Riding a 125 whilst you're doing your lessons can affect. So make sure if it's a 125 manual, if you're doing it on a manual DAS bike, if you're doing DAS, and not a scooter. If you've got a scooter and you're riding that and then you're going back to your lessons, that can hinder you. But no, I think if you've got a 125, then to get out on the road and get that experience can pay dividends. But what I would say is talk to your instructor, because he's gonna be able to. He knows how you're responding and how you've gone through your lessons. Listen to your instructor. But there would be mixed views on that, I would say. Some people I would say, yeah, get out and ride. Others I would say, put your bike in the garage and leave it alone, please. Yes, Greg, it is crazy. The only safety, the legal requirement is a safety lid, unless you're a practice a member of the Sikh religion, so a male Sikh could go out without a helmet. Yeah, AWA, I mean, the U-turn is counterweight can help, counterbalance, so don't lean with the bike. Get into the mental approach that your brake controls the speed, gas, clutch, brake. Get your lifesavers in, look where you're going, don't go too slow, so 6-7 miles an hour. Lots of tips. Yeah. Keep the back wheel driven through the U-turn with a bit of back brake. Yeah, it's all about keeping the clutch on the friction, keeping the momentum going, and yet feel that foot want to go down, ride out of it, give it a bit more power. But it's practice, practice, practice. It's all about practice. And the beauty with booking a test in advance is you've got the time. So if there's any area, if there's any weakness in any of your riding, put more time into it. Put more practice into it, put more time into it. Don't go thinking, oh, well, I might not. Make sure you're very comfortable. But if there's any one thing I would say to anybody going for the test, one word, top tip would be enjoy it. Enjoy it if you can. It's got to be my one top tip. We often say that to people that are struggling on learning to ride. If you are struggling on motorised two wheels, get out on your push bike. Yeah, get out on your push bike. So good tip, AW8. But balance is momentum for me. Got to keep the momentum going, so that's where your clutch. Slow speed control, a gas, clutch, rear brake, keep the clutch on the friction, keep the revs busy, and let your brake control the speed. Thanks, Sylvia, very much. Thanks for joining. Sylvia looks after Northwich and Wigan. Sylvia, aka the Sergeant. Sylvia, aka the Sergeant. So what are we on? We're on about 42 minutes. It's not bad, is it? 42 minutes, so we're going to be on for an hour. So as you can see, last week I had my, was it where we now? Sunday? On Wednesday I had my hoodie top because it was a bit cold. Not so bad now, but I've got my cardigan on, so it's a little bit lighter. It's a cardigan, anybody can see. It's a little bit lighter, but still just need that little bit. In the evenings gets a little bit cold. But overall it is improving. It's the worst or the wettest, coldest period in Spain for 100 years. That's what the locals are saying. Greg Goddard, I must get my CBT booked. Well, you've said it, mate. Get it booked. What's stopping you? Just get it done. Time waits for no man. If you don't get it done, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking, and if you don't get it booked, it'll be next year, and then it'll be next year, and then it'll be next year. And if you wanted to book with us, we've got 4 bike schools: Wigan, Runcorn, Northwich, Manchester. And you can book your CBT online. So if you go on our website, you can book it through the CBT booking calendar. You don't even have to phone up. You can do it all online. Even Mr. Scott Jones, aka Small Weller. Good evening, Scott. The weather is better, although it has been the worst on the record for 100 years. Apparently, the locals are saying the weather has been the worst for 100 years, but it is getting better. So every day it's getting better and better. So last week, Scott, Wednesday, you saw I had my hoodie on. Now tonight, I've managed to just get a nice lightweight cardigan on. So it is warmer. It's better. Yeah, James. Yeah, we can. So we're quite fortunate. I think there's currently 13 instructors over 4 schools. CBTs we can get you in within the week. So CBTs we can get you in within the week. But yeah, some schools, there's smaller schools maybe use CBTs weekends, stuff like that. Then you might be waiting a month, 6 weeks to get a CBT, whereas we can get you in the same week. So no waiting with us. Yeah, well, it's only in the evenings. I wouldn't wear this cardigan in the day, but it's only in the evening now. Like now, for me, it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Yes, 10 o'clock here now, and the villa is it's a summer villa, so it's cool. Here is cool for the summer. It's not meant for the winter, and hence it does get a little bit cooler here. Yeah, you do your DAS in the winter months. You can always get a bit of a bargain sometimes because there's generally little incentives. So you get a better price in the winter, James. Draco T, hello mate, got my Mod 1 7th of May, feeling pretty comfortable, but my nerves are kicking in and hopefully I can manage okay with them. Yeah, nerves are good and nerves are normal. So what you need to do is do your best. Do your best. What's going on with the picture behind? Yeah, it's just, don't know. It's sparkly, isn't it? It's mayhem. It's sparkly. Could always do that. Could do that and then you can't see it. How's that? Is that better?
It's not sparkly in real life.
Not in real life, it's not, no. It's the light. It's a bit like when you film LED lights, they do similar, do flashy things. It's mayhem. Also, my fuel lines got slashed. Fuel lines got slashed. Yeah, I mean, that picture, Lisa painted that picture, by the way. That's one of Lisa's paintings. So whatever you say about that picture, make sure you say it's nice. Otherwise, Lisa will be after you. Well, we've got more people watching now than we've had all night. We've got Lisa will be after you. She'll have your guts for garters, Sylvia. Now, that's a saying that not everybody knows, that saying, guts for garters. All the best, AW8. Evening, Darren. Yep, it's 10 o'clock here. And day 6 of 28. I think I'm here for 28 days. So we're day 6 of 28. If anybody wants to follow me on Strava, I'm doing my daily, what I call daily detox. But I'm out every day doing 5 miles. And so I've done day 6. So if you want to follow me on Strava, anybody, you can see what I get up to on my exercising. And just just have a look on Strava. If you want to follow me, I'll add you. Robert Howitt. That's my Strava. So anybody wants to follow me on Strava, then you can do. You can see what I'm doing. Oh dear. I don't understand, why would somebody cut your fuel pipes? Why would somebody cut your fuel pipes? Have you got an enemy? Mr. Charlie Simpson is in the house, aka the poodle. Charlie Simpson, aka the poodle. I was looking forward to this quiz, Charlie. You were going to do a quiz. Did that not come off, or did I not get an invite? Charlie hosts a virtual, like a pub quiz. It was quite good fun. Apologies, I've missed the live stream. I've been eating. Well, I wouldn't think you were doing anything else, Charlie, than eating. It's mayhem. You tell me. The bike is quite loud. Maybe annoyed someone. I do so. Yeah, not good that. Not good that. Not impressed with that. Obviously not a biker. A biker wouldn't cut a fuel pipe. Mr. Dave Smith is in the house. What bike are you selling, Dave? Could be interested. Has anybody seen our... let me just get this up on the... I'll put a link on. But I am interested in buying... I'm interested in buying 50cc to 125cc bikes. And you can get in touch with me on there. But I'm interested in 50cc, 125cc bikes. Good condition, cash would be paid. So, Dave, if you're looking at getting rid, don't like the sound of that, getting rid of your bike, but if you are looking at getting rid, let me know. Kawasaki, is it Kawasaki J125? What age is that, Dave? The scooter. Automatic. Yeah, don't worry, ladies and gents. We got the camera on the house. I can see exactly what Charlie is doing. Send me the details, Dave. I could be interested. Follow that link. Fill it all out. If you got any pictures, you can attach them to it. Let me know. Charlie, I've got 6 right-hand men and ladies. I've got a team. There's a team. But if it makes you feel better, Charlie, yeah, I'm missing Charlie boy. Either I would be interested in buying any 50 or 125cc auto or manual. Good condition though. Good condition. Has to be good condition. Not interested in any rubbish. Not interested in any rubbish. The weather in Spain is a lot better. So today was a lovely day, and still a bit cooler in the evening, but it's a lot better in the 6 days we've been here. It's been getting better every day. So we're here for the month of April, so it's gonna, I'm sure, be a lot better by the time we come home. Nobody likes me tonight, Leith. 12 likes. May I come out to a working holiday to Spain, Robert? Yeah, let's have a look at that Kawasaki J125, please, Dave. I could be interested in taking it off of you. At the right price, of course. Oh no, snow. Oh, what is it coming to? We're into April and still getting snow. Imagine if we had snow here. Imagine in April getting snow in Spain. Yeah, I will. Yep, don't worry. I'm really pleased. I was out, went to a Sunday market today, and actually went to one of the things that we like doing when we're in Spain is going to all the markets, whether it be car boot or trade markets or in the town markets or whatever. Anyway, so going to the markets. So I bought a pair of Timberland boots, which I saw and I thought fantastic. I got paid £4 for them, and I got a Ralph Lauren. Lisa spotted a Ralph Lauren polo shirt, and she paid 30 cents for it, which is like about 20p. Anyway, put it in the washing machine. It's good as new. Absolutely fantastic. So I'll be wearing that tomorrow. 20p Ralph Lauren polo shirt, absolutely made up. Well chuffed. I like a bargain. So pair of Timberland boots for £4 and a Ralph Lauren polo shirt for about 30 cents. Isn't even 20p, I don't think. How much is 30 cents? About, don't know, about 10p. The wind, somewhat bang on the wind outside. I'll have to go and have a look in a minute. Yep, Charlie's got a busy day tomorrow, Charlie, haven't you? No. Hope we don't get snow tomorrow. Don't want any cancellations. I think It's Mayhem needs to go to Specsavers. Do you want to borrow my glasses? You can go to Specsavers. So my charger's on, but it's not. It's using as much charge as it's feeding it by the look of it. Well, we've been on for an hour, and I did say that I would be staying on for an hour, and that would then be pretty much it. So, I think, ladies and gents, I'm going to be calling it a night. Darren, second-hand bikes for learners are like Hensley got offered 3. Yeah, they are. And to be honest with you, I mean, prices of everything has gone up. But even, I've been looking at second-hand vans, and the vans are absolutely crazy prices. So, no, you know, when you look at a second-hand one, you might as well get a brand new one. Crazy prices. Second-hand bikes, they're going really, really silly money. Because, of course, you can't get the new ones are a lot harder to come by. We've been waiting for these Hondas, these new Honda CRF 300s. Been waiting and waiting and waiting. It's crazy stuff. Cheers, Greg. So, yes, what I'm going to be doing then is we'll give it a minute or two. I am going to be wrapping up, but I do thank you all very much for checking in. It really does mean a lot. Please do set the reminders and join us on Wednesday when we'll be talking all about the Module 1. And yes, stay safe, everybody. Hope the weather in the UK doesn't snow. We don't want snow. So hope the weather's all good for you and you can get out on your bikes and the bike schools don't get hindered. So yeah, I think I am pretty much done. So thanks for joining, and I will see you all very soon. So bye for now.